a new deal. This does not mean the players will even agree to this. I believe the WNBA players are going to want to hold the league's feet to fire on this and not sign a deal.
This could change everything. The WNBA's 2026 season might not even happen. Yes, you heard that right. The very league that Caitlin Clark helped bring back to life could collapse before she even returns. And Cathy Engelbert, the commissioner, is in full panic mode, because if this season disappears, so does...
The NBA has offered players a 30-day extension to continue negotiations for a new CBA, sources told ESPN.
But here's the twist. Caitlin Clark doesn't actually need the WNBA anymore. She's already sitting on multi-million-dollar offers from golf, baseball, and major global brands. And while players are angry, Cathy has just made one desperate move to try to save everything. Before we go any further, what do you think? Should Caitlin Clark even return to the WNBA, or has she already moved beyond it? Share your thoughts in the comments, because what's about to unfold...
Stated in some CBA news from the show, we have worked hard to be able to say on Friday, we did it. So unfortunately, it's not going to happen. I'm not hopeful that agreeing to a deal by Friday is going to...
It all started when the Players Association dropped a bombshell. The WNBA and the Players Union announced they would not meet Friday's CBA deadline. That agreement controls every contract, every paycheck, and every season. Without it, the league can't function. And now, chaos has taken over. Players are furious, calling out Cathy Engelbert for stalling negotiations. But here's where it gets even more unbelievable. Instead of fixing the problem, Cathy offered a 30-day extension, basically a temporary patch on a serious wound. And that's when the league...
Die! I'm telling you what I know. This is business. They cannot lose the momentum right now. They got the little... Look, they got 1 million views on the damn finals and Caitlin wasn't even playing, bro. Like, what's the odds of something like that? Like, if they go on strike or anything, this league it's going to be hard to make up this ground.
Inside the WNBA offices, sources say Cathy was visibly panicking. She called an emergency meeting and even apologized to players behind closed doors. But her words leaked almost instantly. We're doing everything we can to save the season. The truth is, she's not saving it. She's just buying time. Players are tired of waiting. They've seen what Caitlin Clark brings to the table. Sold-out arenas, record-breaking ratings, and global sponsors. Now they want their fair share. But Cathy's problems go deeper. If this deal collapses, players have choices, and Caitlin Clark is living proof. She's been offered more than $100 million from professional golf after her RSM Classic performance.
Collier name-dropping Caitlin Clark at every turn and every second she can, all while refusing to sit down and have a meeting with Cathy Engelbert and do negotiations. Like, she literally skipped out on a meeting to go sit down with Kamala Harris and continue to bash the lady in the media, which I'm not a Cathy Engelbert fan. I think she's a bonehead. I think she needs to...
Baseball teams want her for appearances. Endorsement deals are lining up faster than league meetings. And if Caitlin decides not to return, it's not her loss, it's the WNBA's. Think about it. The WNBA finally had a superstar who changed everything. Ticket sales, TV ratings, and merchandise all skyrocketed. And now, the same league that thrived because of her could lose her completely. Fans are already asking, why would Caitlin go back to a league that keeps falling apart? It's a fair question, because right now, she's bigger than the league itself.
Players don't sign an extension, the strike is on. Point blank, period, no other way to put it. WNBA Commissioner Cathy Engelbert acknowledged during the WNBA Finals that while she was hopeful both sides would meet the October 31 deadline, we have extended deadlines in the past. Sources said the players might be willing to consider an extension under the right circumstances, but they don't feel those circumstances exist.
Behind the scenes, AJA Wilson and Angel Reese are just as frustrated. They've spoken out, demanding better pay, better treatment, and long-term security. But Cathy's cornered. She can't admit failure. So, she's offering another week 30-day extension, a short-term fix that everyone sees right through. Players know it's an act of desperation. And now, the balance of power has shifted. The players hold all the cards. Meanwhile, sponsors are getting nervous too. ESPN's broadcasting deal depends on a stable season. If the 2026 season falls apart, That contract could disappear.
Friday. We have worked hard to be able to say on Friday we did it. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, Drake said in the podcast episode, which aired Tuesday. In a dance, it takes two to tango, and it has been difficult to find a beat, to find a rhythm, and to find the same sense of urgency from the league. Let's just to be frank to get this done. It does take two to tango. You guys are demanding, and you're not willing to negotiate with your dance partner. You're not willing to dance.
Nike, Gatorade, and other major sponsors could walk away. And the ripple effect wouldn't just hurt the league, it would hit every player's paycheck. Here's the irony. Caitlin Clark would still be fine. She's not tied down by the league anymore. Her name alone sells out arenas and brings in millions. She's gone global. Cathy Engelbert knows this, and that's exactly why she's terrified. The league doesn't control the story anymore, Caitlin does. For the first time ever, one player has more power than the commissioner herself. If Caitlin leaves, so do the fans, the brands, and the spotlight. And Cathy knows if that happens, the WNBA's entire foundation could crumble. But here's another twist. Insiders claim this whole situation might have been planned. They say Cathy intended to extend talks past the deadline, thinking players would panic before she did. But it completely backfired. Players stood their ground. They said, "No more extensions. We want a real deal." That rejection sent shockwaves through the league office. Now Cathy's out of options. If she pushes too hard, the players walk. If she gives in, sponsors might lose faith. The clock is ticking, and the 2026 season isn't just a date anymore. It's a countdown to survival. And right at the center of it all is Caitlin Clark, calm, confident, untouchable, watching the chaos from the outside.
The solution is. Now, in true WNBPA fashion, they decided to clap back on their Instagram account to Adam Silver's remarks, and they posted this. They said, "Don't want to share at Adam Silver." So they literally tagged Adam Silver, used a screenshot from this interview, and posted this in their Instagram story. You guys, I do not know what they think doing that.
She knows every move they make depends on her decision. So here we are, a league on the edge, a commissioner in crisis, and a superstar holding all the power. If Caitlin Clark walks away, the WNBA doesn't just lose a player, it loses its future. What do you think? Should Caitlin return to save the league, or let it fall and move on to something even bigger? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you've made it this far, you're one of the real ones. Hit like, subscribe, and share this story, because it's far from over.